Okay, we'll start. Honorable Resource Guest, Mr. Sadish Kumar Ramasamy, Senior Consultant, Insight and Data Informatica, Bangalore. Our respected Principal Sir, Dr. Palnichami Sir, Dean, Director, Professors from various institutions all over India. A very good morning to everyone, and thank you all for virtually joining us at the third day of 7th day FDP on Data Sciences. On behalf of our institutions and my department, I welcome our resource guest, Mr. Sadish Kumar Ramasamy, to share his knowledge on emerging trends in data warehousing. Thank you, sir. Sir, we can start, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for that welcome note. Let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Satish. I did my BSc Computer Science in the same department, NGM College, and I did my MCA post graduation in KSR College of Engineering, Tiruchendur, and I joined as a fresher in iGate Computer Solutions in 2010 batch. From that, and almost 9 years, I'm working in this field, data warehousing and related to BI tools. I'm mainly working on the Informatica and Talent ETL, and recently I have started with the other BI tools as well. So thanks for this nice opportunity. I would thank to Sakti ma'am, Yashoda, and Arul, and I don't know the remaining names, who are all be there in the program, faculty development program. Thanks everybody once again for this nice opportunity. Yeah, most of you people already aware and many of the things, but I just start with the data warehousing concept, why we need this data warehousing, and the primary reason why we have the data warehousing in place. Let's start with that primary focus, why every company have the data warehousing, and we are spending much time in the data warehousing to build all this process. Okay, so every organization in the corporate world, they have their own data warehousing, and that the clients which we are working also having multiple data warehouse in place. So the main reason which we have the data warehousing that plays an important role is to make a smart decision. You are all aware, like nowadays the business, everything is running behind the marketing, and then everybody needs the data, and based on the data they are looking for the smart decisions. So in the traditional OLTP system, we can't take the trend wise decision, but the data warehousing allows across the data, standardizing the data across the organization, and uh, using this data we can take the uh, fact-based decision. So the main and most important thing is the decisions which we can take based on the data. That's what the data warehousing becomes the uh, uh, trending technology in around the world, and it's ensuring the consistency among the data. So data warehousing programmer can apply uniform format for all collected data, and will makes the easier for corporate decision makers to analyze the data, and based on the data trending, they are improving the overall accuracy among the business and much better decisions. Successful business leaders can allow uh, improve the speed of efficiency and accessing different data, and sales they can improve their own bottom line. Data warehouse platforms allows business leaders to quickly access their organization historical activities. This is the main important, and most of the organization they are looking for the historical data. So in our technical world, we will call as a SCD type 2, the slowly changing dimension type 2, which we are keeping the historical informations as well. Like you were aware, like many of the organization, every time they are acquiring new companies, or the in software world also, and day to day they are acquiring small companies, and they are merging with the our organization. So to get those accuracy, we mainly need this data warehousing process. And uh, and yes, we have plenty of opportunities in this area uh, for the students who are starting the career. The existing career paths also available for the students, and who are all interested working on this data warehousing area. This is a larger field. We have plenty of opportunities in this, and BA professionals, including data architect, uh, database administrators, coders, analysts, and testers. Testers also, we have a lot of opportunities in data warehousing. So that's what, since we are in top trending. And if you look onto this slide, so the data warehousing, the main process here is the ETL. So we are collecting data from various sources like CRM, ERP, billing systems, supply chains, SAP, and various database like Oracle, SQL Server. It may be any data source. Even we are getting data from plot files. Sometimes we will get data from different applications like uh, sometimes we are connecting to Google, sometimes we are connecting to various social networking, and we are collecting data. And the um major thing, ETL process we are running. And once ETL is completed, we can access the data warehousing via the various reporting tools and visualization tools and BI. These are the main category which we are extracting data. After extraction or transform and loading, once the data is available in the data warehousing, these three consumers, like a reporting team, visualization, and BI team, these uh, these are all the major consumers in the data warehousing. So let's start with the ETL process. So the ETL is the word, like it's backbone of every data warehouse. So in ETL, what we are doing, extract, transformation, and load. So first step in the ETL process is will be extracting the data. It might be, as I said in the earlier, it might be from different sources. Like we might connect to CRM, we might connect to ERP, and any of the data source. Like let's take an example. In my previous client, it's an insurance company. uh, so we have the company have a lot of legacy systems. Like they have merged a lot of small companies in various states, and each company have followed different database and data formats. And finally they build a data warehouse, and that they have collectively taken all these small companies database, and they have merged into the company's data warehouse. So the challenging part, each company have their own standard and their own um, data sets. So, for example, one company, they followed the traditional old Excel and MS Access as their DB, and so we build like everything we stored into a Oracle database. So Oracle, we build that data warehouse. So from various sources, all these companies' data, we have extracted, and we have some set of ETL tools in place. So these ETL tools are the major thing in playing in the data warehousing part. So we have chosen Informatica as a ETL tool, and via Informatica we have extracted from all these sources, like all the legacy companies data we have extracted, and we build a staging area. The staging area is again into Oracle DB. So from source to staging area, we just extracted the plain data, like the raw data we have extracted from the source. And once the raw data is available, then we applied all this transformation logic. And the transformation logics, it's nothing but to standardize the data before we are loading into the actual data warehousing table. We have applied this transformation logic. The transformation logic, nothing but again the business rules. So upon the business requirement, we build this the policy number should be in this format, and this calculation should be in this way, and business given all these rules, like while calculating the premium, all this amount things, they have given the rules, and based on that we build that process, apply the transformation logic, and once the transformation is done, then we have loaded into finally the data warehousing. So this is one of the migration project which I have worked in previously. So here in this example, you might like you are all I think hope you have understand the process what is ETL. So ETL starts with extracting from the source and applying the transformation logic in our staging area, and once done we are doing into the final data load into the data warehousing. And this is on daily basis. Every day this job will run, and it will extract from the legacy system into the staging area, and from staging area we build the data warehouse final application tables. From there, it's a common source for all the departments, various departments inside the company. They can access the data, and they can build their own reporting, or if they want to. So in the front end application also, they can able to extract the data instead of getting the raw data and they are playing with the other thing. We completely standardize the data, and once the data is available, they can using their own application and their own build process. So here we can avoid the staging area also. Like in ETL, we have option without staging also we can take the data, and in the ETL itself we can cleansing and remove the duplicates, all these data cleansing and applying the logic and transformation things, and directly we can do the data load also. But to avoid the data loss or inconsistency, or if most of the applications we don't have access to the legacy system, so that's what we build the staging area. So in any time we can access the staging area. Staging area is nothing but in our own database, so all these legacy things will be available in the staging area. So if we have any data issue or something not missing from the legacy system or the historical data, we can anytime go with the staging area and check uh, how the data is loaded from the source. So this is one of the process we followed for the ETL. And again, this is another pictorial representation. Like we are taking data, sorry, we are taking data from SQL RDBMS, NoSQL RDBMS, SaaS platforms, XML files, and from there we are extracting and applying the transformation logic in staging area, and finally we are loading into data warehousing, and the BI teams will extracting the data from here. So another thing is this ETL tools is allowing to read the data from many sources, or even in we can say any sources to any target. This is one of the flexibility which we are having in the ETL process. And I hope you are getting some input on, knowledge on the ETL process side. Let's move on to the things like again, these are all the advantages of using the ETL tools. It will be faster, easier, and it can supervise and require detailed information, and it is continuous. The other thing is the volume of data, like it will be load in minutes, even in seconds, with millions of records from various sources. So the loading time will be reduced mm, from hours to minutes. It's a major benefits. And these are all the various ETL tools available in the market, and we have plenty of options, but majorly most of the companies and firms, we are using Informatica, Talent ETL, and Data Stage. Data Stage is an IBM tool. Talent, Informatica, and even many of the companies started using SSIS, Microsoft SQL Server Integrated Service. Uh, why they have started with the SSIS is cost cutting. Like the other tools, Informatica and Data Stage and Pentaho are licensed versions, and even SSIS is a licensed version, but the cost is more compared to the Power Center Informatica. SSIS is the cheaper one. So there are a lot of opportunities in this area, like SSIS. If some people they know SSIS and this, they have 2 years experience. There are a lot of opportunities openings in there in this SSIS field as well. So I mainly worked on Informatica and SSIS, um, and I have some experience in data stage as well. And recently, our company, like our account, we have started with the Talent ETL. Um, so these are all the tools which we are available. There are a lot of tools. Like every company have their own version, and there are a lot of advantages as well as the some concerns are also available. So if you see these many tools we have, and the basic is same, like the fundamental concepts, everything is same for most of the ETL tools. So if we learn one tool and thorough with one technology in this, one tool experience, then we can learn other tools quickly and play around that. The matter is that to learn one tool, it's a hands-on experience. So other tools we can easily jump into the other technologies as well. Okay, then as I said, we have a lot of opportunities. Let's go over these three tools: Talent, SSIS, SSRS, and Informatica. So I said we have uh, a lot of experience, like almost 7+ experience in Informatica. So I'll start with the Informatica tool. So Informatica, the company started around 93, and the first product they have launched as a Power Center. Uh, Currently, Informatica is the global leader in the data warehousing and enterprise cloud-based management. Uh, in early last decades, like in 2000 and all, they are the single company, majorly they working on this ETL, and they didn't come up with a cloud solution initially. Uh, and around 2005 onwards, Talent and other companies are they moved to cloud solutions, and Informatica on the initial stage they didn't have that much flexibility in cloud, and later they have realized that. the world is changing and the technology is moving towards cloud, and they have picked up. They they almost uh, successful in the cloud area as well. As of now, Informatica have a lot of products, and now Informatica can store in both the cloud versions, like Amazon Web Service also they are available, as well as Microsoft Azure also they are available. So let's go over some important key aspects why we have Informatica. It handles huge volume of data. That is the major important point. Like as I said, it's play around 10K or 20K, even it's a huge number of volume. It's loading in minutes in earlier, and compared to SSIS, RS and all, the performance in Informatica is very huge. And it and it is easy to learn, like the training materials are available freely in Informatica portal, and it's all our drag and drop kind of thing, so we have less coding, uh, and it supports the agile process also. That is one major thing. And even non-technical person also, the person who doesn't have much experience in Informatica, they can monitor the jobs, and they can start the loads as well. So if they come up with some non Informatica or non data warehousing background also, at least they can monitor the production loads, and they can support for the production team. That is one major advantage in Informatica. And it can be integrated with any data sources, and it can be integrated with other tools as well. Sometimes we have requirement to connect with the SAP, and like plugins, and we can connect to SAP as well. And again, it is handling any data and any source to any data integration. So the current market, Informatica is old technology, but still they are in a top position to handle this data integration projects. The next one, SSIS, as I told, it's a simple tool, and it is easy available. Uh, One thing is, it is mainly accommodate and automate the maintenance of the SQL Server database. And again, SSIS also we can drag and drop the UI facilities are available, and it is having inbuilt scripting environment. So the coders, like always people are saying, no, I don't have coding experience. I how can I learn this SSIS and all? Don't worry about that. SSIS have the inbuilt mechanism. So you just drag and drop. It have around 900 plus inbuilt tools. Like for each purpose, you can drag one tool and you can play around that. And the main thing people are moving towards SSIS is cost cutting. Informatica and all, you have to spend a lot of money for the integration and the tool itself. But SSIS is coming along with the Microsoft product. Again, you no need to pay much for the tools and licensing things. That is one big advantage of using the SSIS. And the other, almost in the top three usage, we have Talent ETL. So Talent, again, they started the market around 2005, and it's a first freeware, like a free open source ETL tool in the market. And still now they have a free version of ETL tool. And again, here also, it's a drag and drop components are there, easily developable for any global environment. And data can be merged and transformed then into traditional into the big data environment. So these people are the first guy to enter into the big data process. Uh, so it have both the ETL and ELT mechanism inside the talent process. And these three tools like Informatica, SSIS, and Talent, they have online community. So if you have any doubts or any challenging part while developing or learning the mechanism or tools, you can connect with the online community and you can clear your doubts, and can you can share your experience as well. So that's all about the ETL process. Anyway, I'll share this PPT after this. The theoretical part you can go over after this meeting, I think. And the other major part, like in the job openings, we have ETL tools, testing, ETL testing also. The ETL testing, again, after once we developed all these warehousing things, the ETL testing team will they have testing tools separately. Like Informatica also, like as you say, earlier versions of Informatica doesn't have the ETL support, ETL testing support. Now they have come up with the testing support as well. And ETL testing tools can accommodate with any TFM server, Git repository for the version control also. And they're also having the automated process to run the job. The Informatica Talent have their own scheduler tools, and there are a lot of other tools also available in the market, like Autosys and Scheduler One, UC4. These are all the tools we can use for scheduling the automated jobs. So this time I want to run, and this particular date I want to run a particular job. You can go over with the other third-party scheduler tools. If some of the options are not available in the built-in uh, automated tools. So these are all the testing tools which are available and commonly used across the market. Data gaps, IDQ, query search, write data, and Informatica data validation. This is again Power Center tool. Uh, and the next thing, we'll start with the ELT process. So earlier, the current trend or the last ticket we are used the ETL tool, like extract, transform, and then load into data warehouse. Now the trend is moving towards the ELT process, like extract the data and load everything into the data warehousing. And after that, whatever the transformation you want, you can play inside the data warehouse itself. The major difference is transformation in logic is applied in the data warehousing. The ETL process, we will transform the data, we will cleansing from the staging to data warehouse. Once the data is cleansed and it is in the right format, then we will load into data warehousing. But the current ELT process is like load everything, whatever we are getting from the source, load everything into data warehouse, and then play whatever you want, like do the transformation logic inside the data warehouse itself. Like who wants to apply the transformation logic, and who wants to um, various formats, process is now allowing, and now we no need to build a staging area. So we are directly dumping all the data from the source into data warehouse itself. So there is no need of to build a staging area, and that is more one of the advantage. Um, like the major difference, like as I said, it's ELT and ETL. Um, the transformation logic we have moved here, as well as this ELT process is mostly using in the big data environment. These are all the some major uh, attributes, sorry, major contributors in the ELT process. Hadoop ecosystem, NoSQL. Uh, like Informatica and Power Center people also moving towards this new technologies, but it will take time to sustain in the market and to and get this much of flexibility. So this is the key difference. Like again, the transformation part, they put it in the data warehouse itself. Uh, it's like the ETL is like the traditional way which we followed for shopping. Like we will prepare a list. Like this month, I need to buy this much. These products I need, and we will hand over the list to the shop owner or the into the shop, and they will take all the list, and they will give they will prepare the uh, products, and sorry, the mm, uh, purchase order, and they will give it us. This is the traditional way, and this ELT is nothing but like this is a supermarket. We can go over, and whatever the products available, whether we need or we we don't need, maybe in the future we might need, we will grab everything into the basket, and will finally will say I end up with shopping kind of thing. Both have the process, have both the process have the cons and pros, but the emerging trend is moving towards the ELT. It's giving the flexibility to do the transformation to the end user, and storing all the raw data into the business layer itself. And uh, uh, sometimes they want to do the real time analysis in the source itself. So that is major thing. So people are saying ETL is outdated, but still plenty of opportunities and openings are there in ETL also. So it's good to know the ETL and start the career with ETL also fine. But the current trend, it's towards the ELT only. And the efficiency of using all these cloud technologies. This is the major thing. We are seeing the cloud, and cloud platform is not supporting for many of the ETL tools. So people are moving towards the ELT processes. And after this data warehousing, I said we have a lot of data visualization and BI tools. So data visualization, again, the graphical representation of information, whatever we have stored in the data warehousing using charts, graphs, mapping. Currently, visualization tools are Power BI, Power BI, Tableau, and ClickView. These are all the major contributor in the data visualization for part. Tableau, SAP HANA, ClickView, Power BI. Power BI and all, it's like it's a simple tool. We can learn at the max, yeah, within a week. Like we have to connect on data source. That's it. all our user inbuilt sources, inbuilt tools are available in the Power BI, and Tableau's again Tableau have a lot of openings in markets. We are looking mainly Tableau, and the people who have knowledge in ETL plus Tableau, we have a lot of openings. Um, so for this tools, like whatever we covered so far, like ETL tools, ELT tools, data visualization tools, uh, you might have some questions like why, sorry, what is the prerequisite? Like the tool, if we want to start with these tools, what are the technologies we should know before, or what here with the ETL or data warehousing tools, they can join with any of the tools like which is most familiar and most um, needed, like the current trend in IT. They can start with any of the tools, like they can join online course, and from there they can gain knowledge, and uh, they can uh, they can get the freeware pre-licensed ware also. For some software they are allowing students packages as well, like ClickView and all. I can easily install Power BI also. We can easily install SSIS. Again, we can, if we have Microsoft SQL Server, then we can install SSIS as well. So we have lot of openings, and people are having um, some analytical skills, and they are interested with this BI technologies. Um, I'm strongly said we have plenty of opportunities. So that's it with the technology and the process things. Um, I'm just hope Satish sir asked about what about job opportunities in data warehousing. Yes, sir. We have plenty of openings for the ETL developer. That's what we have. These three are four major categories: ETL developer, ELT we just started. Like ELT, we have still ELT is combined with big data and data science also. But till the talent is playing with ETL and ELT also. So we have yes, we have openings for ELT developers as well. And ETL testing, yes, ETL testing. There is no need to get a background in the um, uh, like testing background. If they are not familiar with the testing things, the traditional testing or the manual or the automated testing, they, if they know the ETL process and they know any one of the ETL tools, they can start their career with the ETL testing as well. No, the Rajita ma'am asked about concerning about data mining. Which one is the most effective, ETL or ELT? I think, yeah. See, the concern are about the data mining. ETL is the traditional technology, and almost two decades we are using the ETL. But the current thing is the volume of the data also got increased, right? Like earlier we don't have this much of data. We no need to worry about this volume. Like now social media, everything is changed. Like we have to store millions of terabytes or millions of data volumes in data storage. To handle these things, to transform the data before into data warehousing, it's again pain point due to this huge volume. So the upcoming days, the trend will be moved to ELT only. Time. Thanks everybody who are all participated and spend their time for valuable time for listening all these things. Thanks again, and
Thank you,
thanks
sir.
Sakti ma'am, Yashoda, Arul, and who are all the background, who are all worked on the background for this conducting this program. I wish to thanks everybody and have a successful program.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
And Arul, I'll be sharing this PPT with you so you can circulate.
Sure, sir. I will circulate with all the participants, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for joining with us, sir.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Arul, shall we wind up the session?